Everybody's got a dream. Everybody's got a goal. What's the plan? Your plan has got to be clear, concise, compelling, consistent, and committed. You've got to have a plan.
Don't go to bed without a plan of how you're going to handle the next day.
You have to work at it every day. You have to plan.
Productivity is never accident. I want you to understand that it's not going to happen by luck.
Success is cause and effect, not magic luck or magic fairy dust. Success is easy. It's making a plan and executing the plan every day. Make a plan, work the plan. Make a plan, work the plan. And whenever the plan doesn't work, you change the plan. That's called failure. It's called learning a lesson. It's called adjusting. If you do the work and you do it for a long enough time, you will be successful. Period.
Whatever it is you're bold enough to dream, if you are intentional and deliberate about it, every single day, if you do a little, you're going to wake up one day and your dreams are going to be a reality.
Based on the video, it is really important to not just focus on one or two plans. You should have more in order for you to succeed. And don't forget, consistency is the key. In education and in every organization, are you wondering why program planning, management, and evaluation is really necessary? By the end of this
video, we will learn the basic guidelines and importance of program planning, management, and evaluation.
Hi, I'm CLEO.
Hi, I'm JUNNIE.
In order for us to truly understand what is program planning, management, and evaluation, let us first define what is program.
There are a wide variety of the uses of the term program in organizations. In its general use, the program is a collection of all organizational resources that is geared to accomplish a certain set of goals.
Therefore, program is both an organization and a system. On the other hand, program can also be defined as an ongoing set of activities internal to the organization. For example, the Total Quality Management Program, and the most timely and relevant, the Workplace Safety Program, wherein we always ensure the safety of our clients and our employees.
In relation to education, teachers have also a program. Example, teachers program and class program. So the importance of this program is to allow the students to know the exact class and time duration.
Let us now proceed to the 6 cornerstones of program planning. With these cornerstones in place, the organization is assured of a program plan that has a strong foundation and can survive multiple changes as the program develops.
First, program should tie to the organization's mission. Thus, each program should be strongly associated with the organization's overall mission.
Program planning should tie in with strategic planning. Depending on the nature of the organization, strategic planning typically includes the review of the organization's mission, vision, values, overall strategic issues, and strategic goals.
Third, involve the board. A major responsibility of a board is to set strategic direction for the corporation.
Fourth, conduct program planning as a team. All key planners should be involved in the planning.
Fifth, planning should involve internal and external customers. In relation to education, these are the stakeholders in school, such as parents, teachers, principals, and community.
Lastly, don't worry about developing the perfect plan. If the organization involves the right people and everyone participates wholeheartedly and share their experiences, then the organization will develop a perfect plan.
We have 8 guidelines to keep program planning on track. First guideline is focus on results or outcomes. Results or outcomes are benefits to customers from the program. Outcomes are usually in terms of solutions, enhanced learning, and increased productivity.
Second, it is really important to examine our intended result or outcomes. It is really critical to verify that these intended outcomes and results are indeed useful to our customers. For example, in education, it is really important that our planned outcomes and results are useful in our school and to our students.
Third, coordinate the program with other current programs. The new program will coordinate the other programs in organizations. It answers the questions, what inputs are needed, what ongoing program or feedback is needed.
Fourth, explore results if it can be delivered more effectively via collaboration. Successful collaborations bring 2 or more organizations to work in synergy in an effort that is more than the sum of each parts. In working together, there is an economy of scale or sharing of resources that lower cost and focuses more on serving customers.
Fifth, plan key indicators of program success. Consider indicators with intended results or outcomes, and then describe what features of program indicate that a program is successful.
Sixth, include short-range focus in a long-range plan. Many strategic plans are usually 3 years in a scope, with a particular planning focus in the first year of the 3 years. Follow this format for the program planning as well. You have to remember that programs are guidelines, not rules. Plans can be changed, but understand why you changed them.
Seventh, learn by testing the waters. You have to explore or probe as before making a commitment. Taking classes in a subject is a good way to test the waters and explore a potential career.
Lastly, plan program reviews. Program reviews are regular examinations of the program's activities to assess how well the program is doing. Examine if the program seems to be following the original plan.
Let's proceed to program process, resources, and budget. What is program process? Program process should be quite straightforward and depend mostly on the nature of the product or service provided by the program. Program planners need to reach each of the program objectives, often culminate in the successful program as well.
Now let us discuss program resources and budget. We have to examine the program's process to the extent that you can associate what resources are needed to carry out the process. You have to develop a program budget by estimating the cost of each resource. Note that this budgeting activity is almost required in a proposal if the organization wants to find an investor for the new
One of the
program.
most important processes in program planning and management is program evaluation. Program evaluation should be evaluated on at least a yearly basis to discern if the programs are reaching their goals, achieving their outcomes, and if they are doing so in an efficient manner.
In addition, program evaluation holds numerous advantages. It can verify or increase the results or outcomes. It can fine-tune delivery of program services, which in turn save cost and time. On the other hand, evaluation are often used by program planners to ensure that the program is indeed carrying out the original process planned for the program. To further understand what is program management, let us watch this video.
The management of ongoing tasks requires a different approach to the management of one-off tasks. Project management is about getting these temporary endeavours complete on time and on budget. The sad truth is that for one reason or another, most projects fail to meet their objectives. So here's some weapons you can add to your arsenal to make sure your project has the best chance of success. Firstly, make sure all stakeholders agree in granular detail on the final outcome of the project. By agreeing about deliverables at the outset of a project, you'll guard against the scope growing monstrously out of control. Planning is 80% of project management. Remember the 6 Ps. Proper planning prevents poor project performance. There's a lot of great tools that can help you keep track of your project. Use these during your planning. Before building your team, consider the skills and know-how you'll need to complete the project. Then compare that list with the people you have. Add and subtract people as necessary. Make sure you consider how information will flow where it is needed and that all stakeholders know what's happening. Prepare for stormy seas by considering what risks your project might be exposed to and plan how to best navigate to avoid or mitigate them. If you've planned properly, implementation of your project should be like conducting an orchestra, keeping the various players in check with clear, constant communication and leadership. After completing the project, report on what was done well and what could have been done better. This way your team will be better positioned to tackle their next project. Remember, anyone can complete a project by throwing more time and money at it. The real challenge is to achieve a quality outcome using the least time and money. To summarize, to make sure your project is completed on time, on budget, meeting its scope, and in a quality manner, remember that planning is paramount. Fiercely guard against scope creep by getting solid agreement on the required deliverables. Make sure you know about and use available project management tools. Think about the skills your project needs before building your team. Think hard about what risks your project could face. Communicate like an orchestral conductor during implementation. And don't forget, review, reflect, and report on your project's successes and shortcomings so your team learns from the experience.
After understanding what is program planning management and evaluation, let us now discuss the importance of program management.
Project management can be a hard skill to acquire, but must definitely come with its benefits, and it is well worth investing your time into learning the skill.
One of the importance of program management is it clearly defines the plan of the project before it begins. The importance of planning in project management cannot be ignored. The more complex the project, the more scope there is for chaos. One of project management primary functions is to tame the chaos by mapping out a clear plan of the project from beginning to end.
Another importance is it establishes an agreed schedule and plan. Schedules help to enhance delays or overruns and provide a plan to be followed for all those involved with the project.
Program management creates a base for teamwork. People are required to work in a team on a project. This is due to team synergy benefits through the sharing and support of knowledge and skills. Bringing people together in this way inspires team members to collaborate on a successful project.
Resources are maximized. Both human and financial resources tend to be expensive. Project tracking and project risk management ensure that all resources are used efficiently and are accounted for economic.
Program management helps to manage integration. Projects that are completed with an organization are generally integrated with wider business processes and systems. Integration forms the value aspect of projects and their management.
Program management helps to keep control of costs. Depending on the scope of the project, some projects can occur organization significant cost. It is important, therefore, to keep on budget and to control spending. Project management greatly reduces the risk of budget overruns.
Program management helps to manage change. Today, more than ever, change is something which is all organizations face. Projects during the running also face changes and must be prepared to face such deviations from the original plan. Project management allows for effective change management and makes it less of a complex task.
In program management, quality is continuously managed. More so than ever, it is important to produce quality results. Project management helps to identify, manage, and control quality. Quality results make clients happy, which is a win-win situation for all involved.
In program management, we acquire knowledge. The more projects a business undertakes, the more knowledge it will acquire over time. This will serve as an asset to any business, and project management helps to capture and retain knowledge.
Lastly, program management creates an opportunity for learning. Sometimes projects work out perfectly, and other times, projects fall miserably. Either way, much can be learned from previous experience and past experiences. Mistakes can be avoided in the future. So project management ensures that these lessons are learned and applied in the future.
Now let us hear from Lloyd Bartlett why project management is important.
Project management is important, not to those teaching project management, but to those that are involved. In today's world, technology is moving fast. Time to market is reducing. Wherever organizations are defining results that they need to achieve through teams of people, we have project management. The good news is this is exactly what attracts people into project management as well, as people apply the right tools to make the best use of their time to ensure those results. If you check out the PMI site, pmi.org, it'll show you the communities of practice for project management. In other words, the industries for project management is being applied. It applies in the public sector as well as the private sector, to construction, to engineering, to software, to marketing, to education and program development. Wherever organizations are defining objectives, we're seeking results, and we're organizing teams of subject experts to collaborate together to achieve those results and breaking those down into projects. This is project management. It's as simple as that.
Hi, my name is Carlene Robinson, and I am program manager for an amazing fashion and sewing program called So What?
Success stories of program management.
Anytime there are success stories that come out of the So What program, I always say to myself, you know what, job well done. We did what we were supposed to do. And this year there are 2 success stories that I'd like to share with you. One of which, I forgot a trip, one of which is the time we went down to Ryerson University. The participants got a chance to spend the day at Ryerson in their fashion department, and we also got to visit Ryerson's fashion zone, and it's almost like an incubator for up-and-comers. And one of our participants, by the name of Mahogany, she submitted her resume, got an interview, and landed a co-op position at the fashion zone for 1 year. Success story number 2 involves the participant by the name of Daniel. And Daniel was going to Ryerson, taking something totally unrelated to fashion. And I guess after spending the 6 weeks here, he has decided that he is going to pursue his love of fashion. And what he did was he applied to the film school, the Toronto Film School's fashion department, got an interview, put his portfolio together, and he has successfully landed a position in the school starting this coming October. So when I hear things like that, it just solidifies that this program is needed. And sewing is, I always tell the participants that sewing is a skill that they can take anywhere in the world. You're not limited to North America. The sky's the limit and the world is open to them. So that's what I love about this program, and it's all about networking as well, because they have made the participants have made some really valuable connections in the industry, and it's up to them to now pursue those needs.
Before we will end this presentation, let us be inspired by the dedication of a mobile teacher in teaching the senior citizen and parents in the remote area of Butuan City.
Charlo is no ordinary school teacher. He prefers teaching outside the 4 walls of the classroom up in the hills of Butuan City, Mindanao. Most days he can't cross the river when the water is high and has to navigate a rickety bridge to reach this particular group of students once a week. Most of them are senior citizens and parents who belong to an indigenous peoples group.
Maluoy ko sa mga adults ba nga pag na sila makatunan gali murag moto gid ang ilang duha nga ako pud ma-feel pud nako kung unsa day ang ilang education para sa ila.
Mayo siya nga pagkamay. Kanahanan ko sa iya kay matuduan man ko sa pagsulat, pagbasa, o pagkwinta.
Ay sa matudo tapos may pud siya sa pagdala na mo ba. Yung matug sa balay. Masosay kung nganuwa na eskwela.
Charlo's dedication to teaching helped set up 3 community learning centers in his town. He was recognized by the Department of Education as the best mobile teacher in the country in 2013 under its Alternative Learning System program. After teaching in a regular school for 10 years, Charlo decided to reach out to the disadvantaged, including out-of-school youth and the elderly in the last 10 years, and has not looked back since.
Ang ako mga learners, dili lang diha ra kutob sila nga makat-on sila how to read, how to write, numeracy, to count. Ang akong gusto gyud nga ihatag sa ila nga matagaan sila og livelihood, panginabuhi.
Teaching is a profession, or maybe what they say it's a vocation, but it's something that you do where gratification is delayed. But the ultimate goal that I'd like to be able to impart in my students is that they should be able to always be the best in whatever situation they are.
Prior to Teach for the Philippines, started an organization and ran an organization called CLEO Foundation. After 10 years of doing that, they decided it was time to see how much impact they could have by being in the classroom as opposed to just training teachers. Have we actually done what we set out to do 10 years ago?
The aim of Teach for the Philippines is not just to put them inside the classroom, but alongside their teacher training is to train them to become a leader. Because eventually, the goal is whatever field they prefer, they will still forward the cause of our education and be involved in a bigger, wider scale of systemic change in terms of education.
If there's one thing I'm very wealthy with, it's stories. I have so many stories of wonderful people whose lives we've touched. We have students who came in as third graders who were non-readers, and then at the end of the year had said their first letters.
Since we say that our aim is to leave our mark and to have transformational teaching inside the classrooms, what we would like to happen is that if our teacher fellows look into one single eye, this student would know that my teacher has a personal connection to me because my teacher actually cares for me even outside classroom teaching.
Isa sa mga pinakamasaya at pinaka-unique na mararamdaman ng isang teacher, yung hindi ikaw yung magsasabi na may nagawa kong tama, pero yung bata mismo yung magsasabi na may nagawa kang tama.
Because whenever my kids would fail, they would always say, kaya ko to or babawi ako. It always reminds me that there's hope.
Where they are now, they have to do good because this will eventually affect where they will be 5 to 10 years from now.
Education is everybody's business. As long as you bring in this good intention to make a difference in the Philippines through education, then come join our movement.